You've seen the speedruns of MediEvil. We all know about those game-breaking glitches, like falling into a pit and somehow skipping whole levels, or navigating the high-up walls of a hedge maze to reach the end of the level. But what about the glitches you don't know about? The glitches that never get the chance to be showcased in the speedrun. Perhaps they might not save any time, or maybe we simply didn't find any way to make use of them yet. So here's the top 10 MediEvil glitches that you've never seen. MediEvil is such a well-made game that you'll likely never encounter a glitch during the course of a normal, casual playthrough. However, there are a few that could well happen while you're merely playing the game. Here's number 10. The Asylum Grounds Softlock. Asylum Grounds is the longest level in MediEvil. You're supposed to travel back and forth through the hedge maze, solving the riddles given to you by Jack of the Green. But did you know this can go terribly wrong? During the third riddle, you have to escort a mouse to a large hedge elephant. Upon reaching the destination, a short cutscene will play, showing the elephant smashing the wall behind it, revealing the pathway ahead. Jack of the Green will comment on how clever we are for solving the riddle, and invite us to return to him for the final riddle. However, it could well happen that the wrong audio file gets played, and instead of hearing Jack of the Green speak, we hear the music that normally plays in the final boss instead. If you're unfortunate enough to get this very rare glitch, you'll find that you're unable to talk to Jack of the Green to progress and get his last riddle. This leaves us stuck wandering around the hedge maze, listening to that final boss song. Forever. Number 9. The Pools of the Ancient Dead Prison. Pools of the Ancient Dead is widely known for being a very difficult level in MediEvil. We have to go on a quest to collect all the soul helmets in order to beat the level. That means tricky platforming over lethal water, and dodging enemies that only exist to push us in. Each soul helmet we collect makes the level a little harder. The bridges nearby will vanish, forcing us to jump across the gaps. But did you know that Dan can vanish too? You can be casually running around pools, and then suddenly you've fallen through the floor into purgatory. This happens because the developers forgot to make the side of this one island solid. Normally the bridge is here and in the way, but once the soul helmet nearby has been collected, this prison pit is now opened up to capture and condemn passing players. It goes without saying that there isn't any way out of it. Number 8. The Crystal Caves Softlock. In Crystal Caves, there's a boss fight against a dragon. To fight him, you first have to summon him with the dragon gems. To defeat the dragon, you have to smash the floor with a club or a hammer to make rocks fall on him. However, during the fight, you can actually leave the room whenever you want, and come back to continue the fight later. This is what allows this next glitch to happen. If you get the dragon down to one hit from death, you can time it so that you can smash the ground and then quickly leave the room. The dragon will be defeated and the cutscene will play, but we're in a different room. This can create some weird results.
Greetings, Sir Fortescue. My name is Jack of the Green. I am the master of riddles.
Using a dark magic called science. It has risen again! Sir Daniel Fortescue, see?
The rest of these glitches pretty unlikely for a casual player to ever run into. Number 7. Going underwater. You might have seen this bizarre glitch in MediEvil Speedrun, where we can jump off an edge and somehow complete whole levels. We do this by combining two glitches, the inventory glitch and level looping. But did you know that we can use these two glitches in combination to get almost anywhere? Since the inventory glitch allows us to avoid hitting death triggers, we can do things like go under the river in the graveyard, and we can freely walk around underneath the water. This can be done in other levels of water too. Check out this cool spot we can get to in the lake. We can also take this further. With level looping, we can fall into the void and then reappear at the top of the level and continue falling. This means we can actually land down anywhere we want, so you can get into some very cool spots. Number 6. The Furniture of Sleeping Village. Sleeping Village is quite a memorable level in MediEvil. It has an unsettling atmosphere. The once friendly inhabitants are possessed by Zarok and are out to get you. Other than the obvious nightmarish glitches that we've showcased in other videos, there is a glitch in this level that is perhaps a little less reality destroying. In some of the buildings, you can find furniture, and you can actually push some around. This doesn't serve any meaningful purpose in the level, but what we are interested in is the one building that has stairs. If you take one of these stalls and push it all the way up these stairs, you'll find you can actually push it off the stairs, and it will float in the air. Nothing really is right in this town. Number 5. The Stumble Jump. Did you know you can get Dan into a strange glitch state where he stumbles repeatedly? To do this, all you have to do is walk up to an edge to make him stumble, and then keep pressing circle to jump. This state will last as long as you're still pressing circle. It's quite strange. Number 4. The Haunted Ruins Black Screen. In Haunted Ruins, halfway through the level, you will have to hit a lever that opens the lava floodgates and causes the castle to begin to collapse. The game gives you a timer in the corner, and you have to escape before time runs out. If the timer does run out, the screen will be engulfed in flames, as if we got a game over. However, the game will actually allow us to continue, reloading us back at this lever, ready to try again. All it does is take away one life bottle as punishment. If we have only one life bottle remaining and then jump off the edge right before the timer expires, the game will start the process to try and reload us back at this checkpoint. But since we have no spare life bottles, this happens instead. The screen will stay black and all sound will stop. We are, however, still in Haunted Ruins. We simply cannot see or hear anything. We can prove this by running upwards until we manage to fall off the edge. This will initiate a real game over sequence. Number 3. The Grey Square. It's not unheard of for developers to leave assets laying around in a level out of bounds, unable to ever be seen by the player. Did you know that Haunted Ruins has a secret like this? Using the debug camera from the cheat menu, we can freely move the camera around the level to look around and investigate. If we travel down into the void near the start of the level, we can actually find a strange grey square floating. We can level loop and land down here onto this platform. And it is solid. This grey square will always be here, no matter how far you are into the level. What could it be for? Number 2. The other Asylum grounds out of bounds. We've seen that iconic skip in Asylum grounds, where we make tricky, unintended jumps between walls, arches, and hedge unicorns to skip the whole level. But did you know there's actually another way to get out of bounds in this level? At the end of the level is a chess puzzle. This is the final puzzle to solve in the level, and once solved, the exit will open. The chessboard happens to be raised off the ground enough that we are high enough to jump onto these pieces of scenery and go straight over the wall. I've known this one for a long time. However, because it's at the end of the level, it was never any use for the speedrun. And here's number 1. Cheating death. Breaking out of a cutscene in a game can have some unintended results. In Zarok's Lair, the final level, one of the fights is a battle between your soldiers and Zarok's soldiers. We can't damage the enemy soldiers directly. Our soldiers fight for us, and we have to sacrifice our own health to keep them alive. If all of your soldiers die, and you happen to lose this fight, you'll get a cutscene where Zarok gloats, and the enemy soldiers execute Dan, giving you a game over. But if you use the debug camera from the cheat menu to break out of this cutscene and run away, this happens instead.
Take him down.
The enemy soldiers can't find Dan, so they get confused and do this. Dan sure seems to have a knack for avoiding death, huh? Yeah, it turns out if you walk too close, he dies. And while we're still here in Zarok's Lair, here's a bonus glitch for you. This is the Zarok's Lair safe spot. Did you know there's a safe spot where you cannot be attacked? If you head over to the balcony where Zarok is overlooking the arena, you'll see this red material hanging down the middle. You can actually go under the balcony and behind this. Once you're in, the bosses won't be able to hit you, and they will even sometimes be confused as to where you are, causing scenes like this.
You always were fortunate in battle, Fortescue.
And that's the top 10 MediEvil glitches that you've never seen. Now that you've seen them, I'm sure you can agree, there are some very strange glitches in this game. Which one did you think was the most interesting? Leave a comment and share your favorites. And let me know, have you ever encountered any glitches that weren't featured in this video? See you next time.